try and steal the shine away from the DMD, brother. Let's not rush this. Let's talk a little bit about the doctor, the DMD herself. The only 3 letters that are bigger than AEW.
I know. I caught that. I love that.
I love that line. Britt was bringing it tonight. She clearly, I could tell Britt still has that chip on her shoulder, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like she
As
lost
she
that
should.
match. She's got that like kind of that. I love that line about how, Thunder, and we know it's true that authentic. It comes from a good place in Thunder, but Thunder talking about putting women's wrestling on the map and everything like that. That has great sentiments behind it, and I think that's comes from a good place, an authentic place in Thunder. But if you're the Britt Baker or other women in this division, but particularly Britt Baker, who's really been a star that's helped, I think, buy more opportunities and buy more time for women in AEW. I can see why that would rub you the wrong way a little bit. And so I always enjoy when the characters, their motivations make sense. It's one thing to be a bad guy or to be a heel or whatever. But when it's rooted in something where in a bit of reality, it makes it that much more compelling to me. And I thought that Britt Baker's promo tonight was very compelling for that reason. You could tell that that Thunder, just everything about the press and the publicity around that match just kind of rubbed her the wrong way, especially with her coming up short. She even talked about 70-something thumbtacks in her back. I mean, unbelievable.
I thought it was like 82 or something.
Okay, maybe even more. I'm shortchanging the DMD. I apologize.
Well, I haven't had one in my back, so she's that much tougher than me. So in many ways, that was a brutal match. I mean, obviously, we're still talking about it. This was a outstanding performance. The main event, it was everything we wanted and then some, for sure. And I love this whole segment. I like how they that one. They had the behind the scenes clip of after the match with Thunder's promo. So we're still feeling. She had a really nice heartfelt promo, and we got a lot of that kind of same vibe when we talked to her. And just giving it all, leaving it all out there, and putting women's wrestling on the map, putting her name on the map, and now Britt is just still, pissing in her Cheerios, as some would say, and saying how Thunder should thank her every single day she wakes up because of her. And how I agree. I mean, I completely agree with what Britt Baker says, that she put AEW Women's Division on the map, and
no doubt, man.
I firmly believe she is the face of the women's division for a reason, and she's going to continue to grow it to the moon and is the backbone of it. And she just eventually will get the gold, and she's next in line for it, in my opinion. I wonder if we will see Thunder again, show face soon. I hope so. I'm all for more, extending this feud even more. But it was, to me, I really liked the segment. I really enjoyed the segment. And I did love that line. The DMD is better than AEW, the three letters.
Yeah, bigger than AEW. That's right.
But it was good. I listened to a podcast of her, how, Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, it's like the Joker to the Batman. One goes so perfect with the other. This villain, this evil, rotten villain with just the hero of all heroes, So this feud was a perfect pairing. And we know that. I mean, we're preaching it for months and months and months. It's a home run feud, and they really capped it off. If this was the dot at the end, the closing the book, I'm happy with it.
I don't think it is, and I love that the performers themselves see when they have something special like this.
Right.
You know what I mean, I love
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like, we as fans, we're clamoring for more DMD versus Thunder, but when you see the performers recognize that iron sharpens iron mentality that we talk about, that my opponent, I might not like her. In fact, I might hate her, but she brings out the best in me.
Yep.
And like, that to me is something that speaks volumes to where this could go moving forward. We know that Thunder has some contract commitments outside of AEW,
right?
But what they're doing with her star power in AEW, they're utilizing her really, really well. Yeah. And you know that they believe in her when they put her up in the ring against the DMD, who is the face of this division. Championship or not, Britt is the draw. Britt is the star. There's no denying that. And that's no slight to anybody else in the division, but I personally view Britt Baker, and I think that Britt, the media blitz that they did leading up to that match, the universal praise and love that came from post match. Britt mentioned even Mick Foley giving her the thumbs up.
The king of hardcore himself.
Busted Open. Those guys, the guys at Busted Open, are really living the dream that I have. Is one, like they get to just talk about wrestling. It's amazing. That's really Busted Open was a big inspiration for us doing Dynamite Download, at least for me. But across the board, you get to see this praise heaped on that match. And there's a reason for that. Britt has that star power, and I've said it for a long time, SPD. I'm glad to hear other people starting to come around. Britt Baker she is not only the face of the women's division, she is amongst the absolute elite names in this company. There are I could not imagine All Elite Wrestling without the DMD. There's period.
Right.
I just simply couldn't. I mean, she has really emerged as a bankable commodity, and one that they have to continue to showcase going forward. So as a DMD fan, I'm going to be grinning ear to ear. I think we're going to see a lot of the DMD moving forward in 2021 and beyond.